This would technically be for the next session, the 30-second open, but it's so important and it just builds off exactly what you did in that last session that I want to cover it here. So this is how you should be opening every treatment session with that patient. So here's what we did last time, and here's what you've been working on at home. Here's why we were doing those things. Here's when we're expecting to meet your goals, and it doesn't have to be necessarily like the long-term goal. It might be, the patient wanted to get back to X in time for a race or for something. Here's when we're on track for that, and here's how we're going to get there and how we're going to keep heading in that direction. And then you can solicit feedback from the patient where you can get a little bit of information on how all that worked out for them. So that 30-second close and 30-second open, it is for every single session, opening those with that information, bookending it with the information at the end of it. And that is a really great way to ensure that you're providing great communication to patients, and to do it with taking about a minute in total from the treatment session. So here's how we'll do that 30-second open, and here's how that can sound. Hi, Kate, it's great to see you again.
It's great to see you too.
So normally the way I like to start things off is by recapping what we did last session, seeing if you have any questions and like that. That sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what's going on, why. Obviously, knee's been bothering you. We found a pretty big difference in how your ankles are moving, with your left about 10 degrees more than your right. So we got half of that in the very first treatment session, which is awesome, and gave you an exercise to work on at home to keep that going. And I think if we get that back to being about the same, that's when I think you're going to be running again with no problem, probably in like a couple weeks. That all sound good?
That sounds great.
Okay, so the exercise I gave you at home to do on that, how did that go for you?
I actually had a question about that because I'm not sure I'm doing it correctly.
Thank you. That's perfect that you're asking me. Let's go over that first thing.
Thanks.
Now, sometimes it's hard to ask patients for the feedback, and soliciting that can be challenging because we don't want it to be negative, right? So when it's positive, it can be as simple as, I'm glad that went well. It's a good sign that you're on your way to meeting your goal. If it's negative, it's a great opportunity for you to say, I'm sorry, it looks like that may have not have been a good treatment for you, but we can get to work on finding a better one. So even though something didn't work well, you can frame it as you found something didn't work, and that's a positive. Let's get to work on finding something that does work for you.